students. Hope you all are doing good. So let us start with our new session. In previous class, we learned about the electric field and the mathematical expression for electric field, right? So what was the definition of electric field? Electric field due to a point charge at any point in a space may be defined as the force that a unit positive charge would experience if placed at that point. That is, we considered one positive charge Q and one more point charge Q, and the distance between these two charges was R. We considered the distance as R, and then we arrived at the mathematical expression, that is E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, okay, Q by R square into R hat. This was the mathematical expression for the electric field. Using Coulomb's law and the principle of superposition, we arrived at this expression. We know that if we have a charge Q and if we have a charge Q and one more charge Q here, the positive charge, then E is inversely proportional to the square of the distance. So we arrived at this expression. And also we learned that if the charge Q is positive, okay, this was very important. And today's chapter is based on this concept. That is, if the charge Q, okay, if this charge Q is positive, then the electric field will be radially outward. Okay, because there is a repulsive force. So we learnt about this. If the charge Q is positive, then the electric field will be radially outward. And suppose if the charge Q is negative, okay, if the charge Q is negative, the electric field will be in the inward direction, that is radially inward. Now let us consider an electric charge. Let me clear it here. Okay, now let us consider the electric charge Q. Let this charge be a positive charge. Okay, I'll consider it as a positive charge. So if we consider this as a positive charge, then the electric field will be radially outward, right? The electric field will be radially outward. So then let us consider one diagram. Okay, let us consider one diagram for the better understanding. I'll draw it over here in the middle. So this is a point charge, the same point charge. I'll consider it over here. And we considered this as positive. Okay, let us consider it as a source charge. Don't want the test charge, we'll consider it as a source charge. So what is a source charge? A charge which can produce its own electric field. Okay, so we'll consider a source charge and it is positively charged. Now the magnitude of electric field is directly proportional to the length of the vector. So this is something important. Okay, the magnitude of the electric field, okay, this is the magnitude. This is the magnitude. The magnitude of the electric field is directly proportional to the length of the vector. This is the length of the vector. So to understand this, we are going to study about the concept called electric field lines. Electric field lines. Today we are going to study about electric field lines. Okay, let me draw the diagram very neatly. I'll try to draw it neat because with this digital pen, I cannot draw it that neatly, but I'll try to draw it. Okay. So let us consider the positive charge Q. So now what happens? As we consider the positive charge, the electric field will be in the outward direction. So what we'll take some electric fields in the outward direction. Okay. See, this drawing is very important because you are going to get it for 1 mark question. Okay, draw the electric field for positive charge, for negative charge. So please try to follow the diagram as I draw it. So because we have considered the positive charge, the electric field will be in the outward direction. So this is the direction of the electric field, that is outward. We'll put the arrow mark facing in the outward direction. Okay, this is the first stage of diagram. for the electric field if we consider a positive charge. As you go away from the charge q, okay, this is charge q. If you go away from the charge q, the magnitude of electric field goes on decreasing. See, this length is directly proportional to the, what I said, this length is directly proportional to the magnitude of electric field. But as we go far from this electric field, as we go far from this electric charge, the magnitude goes on decreasing. So we'll see how it goes on decreasing. See, this was the length, initial length, because the magnetic field was strong. Okay. Now, as we move further, what happens? I'll draw one more, few more electric fields, which is much smaller than the previous one. Okay. Which is much smaller than the previous one. So what is the direction? The direction is outward because we have taken the positive charge. So now can you see the length is decreased? Can you see the length is decreased? The first was bigger. Then as we move away from the charge, the length is reduced, right? So now suppose if you move further, if you move away, little more away, what happens? The length becomes still more shorter. Okay, the length becomes still more shorter. And as we have considered the positive charge, what happens? The direction will be in the outward direction. So now let me explain you the diagram. So did you understood the concept over here? It says the magnitude of the electric field is directly proportional to the length of the vector. So as you go away from the charge q, the magnitude of the electric field goes on decreasing. Then the length of the next vector, that is this vector, will be decreased. Okay. This doesn't mean the length becomes zero. This doesn't mean the length becomes zero. The electric field does not become zero. It becomes zero only when the distance r is equal to infinity. We won't go in that concept now. Only thing we'll understand the diagram. So now what did we understand with this diagram? What did we understand? Because the electric field, what did we understand from this diagram? Then near the electric charge, the strength of the electric field is more. Okay, it is, we'll say it is strong. Near the electric field, the strength of the near the electric charge, the strength of the electric field is more, or say it is strong. Hence it is represented by the greater length electric field, the greater length. Okay, as we see, the strength of the electric field is decreasing. Why it decreases? As we go far away from the electric charge, the strength of the electric field also decreases. In general, we can conclude that the direction of electric field is outward. This is the explanation. This diagram explains you with the concept of magnitude and the direction. Okay, with the magnitude and direction. See what we can say here. The direction shows you the whether it is positive or negative, that is whether it is repulsive or attractive force. Because it is positive, the arrow mark is facing outward because it is radially outward, and the length shows you the strength of the magnitude. But if I consider one more diagram, where I don't represent different types, different length, I don't represent different length, I'll just take a same length of the electric field. I just consider same length of the electric field. I don't draw it like this. First is very stronger, then it is little weaker, and then it goes on becoming weak. I don't draw it like that. I just take electric field of same length. So now how will you say what is the strength of the magnitude of the electric field? How will you say that this is very near, this is near, so it is strong, and if I go here, it becomes weak? No, in this diagram we can say that, but in this, how will you say that? So for that, we have to understand one more concept. So are you clear with this? In this, what we say, we see the direction, and then we say, yeah, the direction, the arrow is showing moving outwards. Arrow indicates that the direction of the length. See, the arrow indicates the direction of the electric field is outward, that is positively charged, whereas the length indicates the electric field magnitude. The length indicates the magnitude of the electric field. So this diagram is very simple and clear. Anybody can say that. Arrows are outwards, so the direction is outwards. If it is outwards, then it is a repulsive force, so it is a positive charge. And the length indicates what? See here, the length is more, it decreased and it goes on decreasing, so the length is indicates the magnitude of the electric field. But now if I consider this diagram, let me erase the screen, I'll draw it in the middle. Now if I consider this diagram, that is, we have an electric charge over here which is positively charged, and the electric field, okay, and the electric field, the length is same, the length is same. Okay, so in this case, how will we determine the magnitude of the electric charge? Of course, the direction of the electric field is given. We can find out the direction by the direction of the arrow. But what about the magnitude of electric field? How do you recognize the magnitude of the electric field? So for that, the magnitude of the electric field can be obtained by a concept called relative density. By the concept called relative density. Okay, by the concept of relative density, we can find the magnitude of electric field. That the density of electric field line is more near the charge. How will you define it? Electric, not the definition. How will you say the electric density of the electric field is more? See, here, if you consider the spacing, here, if you consider the spacing near the electric charge, very near to the electric charge, if you consider the spacing, they are very near to each other, right? The spacing, see the spacing, and compare the spacing over here and compare the spacing over here. They are very near to each other, right? The density of the electric field is more over here. As you go on, as you move far from the electric field, see, as you move far from the electric field, let us consider this area. See here, the spacing between them is more, right? The spacing between them is more, whereas when near the electric charge, the spacing is very near. The spacing is less because the electric field lines are closely spaced. That means the strength is more at that region. The strength is more in this region. If you go away from the charge, the relative density increases, or we can say the space between the electric field line increases, and hence the strength will be less in that region away from the electric charge. Did you understand? I'll explain it over here very clearly. This diagram, okay, let it be. I'll explain in this diagram. See, this is a positively charged, positively charged electric charge. Okay, this is positive electric charge. If we consider this region very near to the electric charge, okay, very near to the electric charge, since these lines are closely spaced, we can say that the strength is more over here. Strength of the magnitude of the electric field is more over here. As we move away from the electric charge, the spacing is more. The relative density increases. The space between these lines is more. Hence, we can say the strength is less in this region. And this method of representation of electric field was given by Michael Faraday. Okay, we consider Michael Faraday gave this representation, okay, of electric field. But when we considered this diagram, the previous diagram where I showed one that this length was more, as we move further, the length becomes shorter. As we move further, the length becomes shorter. In this we can find out by the length. But in this case, he introduced a concept of relative density. Okay, relative density. How will you identify? It's nothing but when you are near the electric charge. Okay, when you are very near to the electric charge, the space between the electric field is very less. Hence, in this region, the strength of the magnitude is strong. As you move away from the electric charge, the space between these lines are more. The relative density will be more. Therefore, in this region, the strength will be weak. Okay, simple explanation. And this is one concept, and this was the other concept. Now, let us understand it with a clear diagram, or with a more specified manner, which is prescribed in your textbook. Okay, so now let us consider a point charge q, as it is a positive charge. Okay, as it is a positive charge. Now what the lines will be? Outwards. The lines will be in the outward direction. So we'll take only one region like this. Okay, we'll consider this region for the better explanation. Only this region we are considering, which I am drawing over here. I won't take it completely in the radial form. I won't take the radial form. I'm just considering the section of this. So what happens? See, there will be many such lines in the middle, in between these two field lines, there will be many such lines. Okay. I'll give the notes in that. I'll give the clear diagram, or else you can refer your textbook also. But in this, I can't draw properly, but yet I'm trying. Okay, so here you will find many field lines like this. Okay. So now if I consider a particular area, say DS, I'll consider a particular area over here. I'll consider one area over here. Okay, say DS. Then count the lines passing through this area. We can count one line, two lines, and three lines. So in this area, the line passing we can say the line passing will be around 3. Let us consider the 3 lines are passing in this area. Okay, by this we can determine the field strength. Now the same area I will consider over here. Okay, if I consider the same area element away from the charge, this area was very near to the charge. Okay, this area was very near to the charge. Now I consider the same area away from the charge. The same area I will consider away from the charge. Same area, that is ds. Now how many lines are passing through this area? That is 1. Only one line is passing. So what can we say? What can we say? We can say that the strength of the magnitude of the electric field away from the electric charge is less, whereas the strength near the electric charge is very strong. The relative density is more over here, whereas the relative density over here is less. Okay, did you understand? See, this area, we considered this area, and here the 3 lines are passing because the density is more. As we move away from the charge, only one line is crossing through this area. Therefore, the strength is weak. Understood? This diagram and the explanation is clearly given in your textbook. Please go through it if you have textbook, or else I'll provide the notes. You don't have to worry. Okay. So next we'll go to the one more concept. That is the drawing of electric charges, which you may get for 1 mark. This is very important. How to draw the electric field lines for different charges. Electric field lines for different charges. So you will get it for 1 mark maybe. So now if I consider, first one will be, try to draw it along with me. It will be a practice for you. Okay, if I consider unit positive charge. First one is unit positive charge. So what will be the diagram for unit positive charge? You all know that it is very simple. As it is a positive charge, it will be radially outwards, always radially outwards. So very simple. Draw the lines like this. Okay. Then draw in the middle. Put the arrow marks facing outwards. That's it. This is the charge representation, electric field line representation for the unit positive charge. Okay. So similarly, if I ask you to draw the electric field line for unit negative charge. So how will you draw it? We all know if it is negative, it is a attractive force, hence it will be radially inward. The arrow mark will be facing the inward direction. So what happens? Draw the field lines, electric field lines like this, and then represent it with the arrow mark facing the electric charge. So this is Q and even this is Q. So if they ask you to draw the electric field line for positive charge, it will be this diagram, and for negative charge, this will be The same diagram, same representation, only thing the arrow mark changes. Now comes one more representation. Please understand that they may ask the other two diagrams rather than these positive and negative diagrams. So let us consider the third one, that is pair of positive charges or pair of negative charges, or say pair of like charges. So we'll consider pair of positive charges. So what happens? Pair means where you have to consider two, right? One positive charge and one positive charge. You can either take negative, negative or positive, positive. But for our understanding, we'll consider the positive charge. So I took two positive charges. So now what will be the direction of the electric field line? See, this is a like charge, and even this is a like charge, and of course there will be a repulsive force between each other, right? They won't attract, instead they repel. So what happens? A charge is come Electric field line is coming from this charge, and it is getting repelled over here. Same way this comes and get repelled, okay, moves over here. And even this, the same thing, right? Just draw it like this. They are the repulsive forces. They are repelling each other. See, they repel each other, and at certain point again there'll be a straight line. Okay. Similarly, on this side, the repulsive forces. Okay. This is the diagram for pair of like charges, or say pair of positive charges. So did you understand? This is the diagram for pair of positive charges. Now if I consider pair of a negative charge and the positive charge, that is pair of unlike charges. Pair of unlike charges is called as the dipole. So what is dipole? Dipole is nothing but equal and opposite charges separated by a certain distance. Equal and opposite charges. See, opposite charges that is unlike charges. Equal and opposite charges separated by a certain distance is called as a dipole. So what will happen? We'll consider one as a positive charge, equal and opposite, one as a negative charge. Sorry, one as positive and one as negative. Equal and opposite charge separated by a certain distance. See, certain distance is called as a dipole. Now what happens? They both get attracted towards each other. As we said, positive, it will always be radially outward, whereas negative will always be radially inward. So please see the arrow representation. Positive is outward, negative is inward. So now there is an attractive force between these two charges. The charges attract each other. So there will be the attractive charges. Okay. So draw it neatly. Try to practice it. Okay. And here the arrow mark goes like this. Just a second. Let me draw it. Positive charge outward, negative charge inward. Positive charge outward, negative charge inward. Okay. Got it? So this is the electric field line representation for a dipole. Okay. So try to practice these diagrams. You may get it for 1 mark. So this is for a dipole, that is pair of unlike charges, positive and negative. This is for pair of like charges, either positive or negative. And for the positive, it will always be in the outward direction. That is over here. See, outward direction positive, and if you consider negative, it will be in the inward direction. Got it? Cleared? So this was a simple concept, electric field lines. And in the next class, we'll learn about the properties of electric field lines, and then we'll go to the next concept. Okay, understood? So this was all about the electric field lines. Please try to draw these diagrams neatly and practice those diagrams. Only 4 diagrams are there. You may get it for 1 mark. So please practice them. Don't lose a single mark also in such simple concepts. Okay. So we'll wind up the class and we'll meet in the next class. Thank you.